Hello again everyone, Age of June here, and we're back with another single player Shoutcast. Again, of course, I'm still getting a ton of requests for Insoy, so I'm more than happy to go ahead and do that. Again, if you have a request of your own, if you want to see any particular champion player combo, let me know. I'm more than happy to do it if I can find that person on that champion, of course. I use op.gg now a lot of times, and I found that it's really good at finding certain things. Oh no, Caitlyn is actually DC. That's going to be a bit unfortunate for the blue team. But yeah, it doesn't always work completely because op.gg doesn't record every game. It's something like if you look at it while you're in that game, it'll record it for you or something. I'm not sure exactly how it works, honestly. I don't know how it chooses to record games and not record games, but either way, I had to go through a decent few pages worth of Insoy before I was able to find a game with him actually doing it. So, hey, I found one. It's really all that matters. So he just headed straight to mid, did not even go to help his allies in the jungle, which is kind of surprising to me. Usually, you see people head down there to help defend, but in this case, he actually didn't. And we actually do see a bit of an invade. Oh, Blitzcrank. Oh, the flash. Got hit with the Dark Binding, though, and the Karma slow. He's probably going to end up going down here. On the plus side, Caitlyn did just reconnect. She reconnected just in time for first blood to go to the enemy team, but she did reconnect. And, of course, we'll go back up to Insoy once the game actually starts here.
Minions have spawned.
Yeah, there actually were a few other games. One of them was actually a jungle Insoy Talon, which, I don't know. That one, I figured it would not really be all that good. I don't really enjoy casting single player the jungle because the few times I've done it, it was actually kind of boring because you just kind of follow around in the jungle, and you know every once in a while you have them making a play, but most of the time it's just them walking around boring. So either way, he's going to be against a Yasuo this time. I was kind of curious about what the lanes were going to be because it did have a Karma and a Morgana in it. So I wasn't sure what was going to be going on with that. It looks like Karma went ahead and went mid, and she's actually against a Rumble. So in the mid lane, it actually will be a melee champion versus a melee champion. So that's going to be good for them. And it kind of looks like Lee Sin might be coming down for a gank already. Insoy started out with his custom, his normal build here, and he's actually getting really low. He's got to go down to the Yasuo there. So that was a good gank there from that Lee Sin. And of course, there's really nothing that Insoy could do to escape that. He tried to flash out, but honestly, there was nothing. There was no way out of that. So can't say I'm at all surprised with the way that one went out. And we do actually have Yasuo being a little bit mean and just going ahead and making him lose all this XP. Not surprising, honestly. So we'll go ahead and put people. Oh wow! Oh wow! Jarvan's going in, taking down that Lee Sin, and he gets double buffs off of it. Yasuo was coming down to help, but didn't end up happening. And that right there, actually, oh my gosh, he is still roaming around. There's lots of stuff happening down here. We'll go back to Insoy in a minute. He was just farming for the moment, though. And I think Jarvan may actually be able to get this kill. No! He's gonna fail it. Did not get the kill, and Yasuo is gonna get a kill, probably. No, yeah, he's gonna get a kill. And I did follow this also, in addition to the fact that, you know, it was going to be pretty boring in mid lane because of the fact that it does mean that Yasuo is going to be coming back to lane with even more power because he just got a kill there and an assist? Assist? No? No assist probably. I don't think he's going to get an assist off of that. But he is going to be coming back to lane a bit more powerful. And that right there told Insoy that it was time to roam, and that's exactly what he did. He came up here to Karma. I'm surprised she didn't see him, but in he goes on her, lands the slow, Rumble's coming in. She goes ahead and speed buffs herself. And he's actually not going to be able to finish her off there. So he ended up roaming up there and not really doing much at all, which is pretty unfortunate for him. Great for Yasuo, however, because Yasuo was able to push this up again. And Talon's going to miss out on pretty much this whole wave. So definitely not so good for him. He's having a little bit of trouble this game, a little bit of a rough start. And in the meantime, of course, top lane, Rumble's getting ganked now, and he's going to go down as well. And yet again, we have just farming up in here in the middle. So we'll go ahead and put everybody in their place here for the moment. We've got Rumble played by Wangsu versus the Karma, Young J Money 4. Mid lane, of course, we've got Yasuo versus Talon. Insoy versus no gank, no roam. Except we've seen him roam, I believe, twice now. So that is a lie. That is a lie. Alright, down to the bottom lane, we've got Caitlyn, played by Dragon Lift. Probably Dragonfly, but was not allowed to. As the Caitlyn versus Lucian, played by Dark Zephyr. Oh, good. Kills down bottom. That's a good sign for Talon. And then supports, we've got Jesus, it's Joe playing Blitzcrank versus Nid is Cancer playing the Morgana. Finally, we've got Jarvan IV, Megamix versus Lee Sin the Thirst as the junglers. And that actually did absolutely nothing to Yasuo though, thanks to that shield. So, yeah, definitely a hard time here for Talon. He currently has pretty much just his starting items. Yasuo is doing his best to get out of this. Insoy is doing a decent amount to him. The wind wall is not going to block anything as of yet. The pop-up comes out from the Yasuo. Jarvan's forced to run, and Insoy is trying to get out of this. He actually slowed there, but I don't think it's going to happen. Oh, if Lee Sin lands a Q, Insoy is dead. No, he went ahead and jumped away. Very nice jump. Very good escape. Yasuo is going to go ahead and dive this, though. And unfortunately, that is a killing spree for Yasuo. So, a little unfortunate there for Insoy. Yeah, definitely, like I said, having a hard game this time. He's currently 0-2-0 with 22 CS versus a 30 CS Yasuo, who's 3-0-1. So that's not looking good at all for him. He still only has a Crystalline Flask, and he is now back at least. He is alive, and I guess he's waiting to buy something. My guess would be the pickaxe. Oh, called that one. Okay. I mean, it was pretty obvious, so. But anyway. Yeah, he went ahead and got that pickaxe. That's going to make him a little more powerful against the Yasuo. Yasuo does have a lot more lifesteal. So he's going to have better sustain just, you know, from auto attacks. However, Insoy's got that Crystalline Flask, which is going to make him actually have a decent amount of sustain as well. And I believe he's got a little bit more AD because of that, yes? 108 versus 107. So yeah, he's got a single AD more. So, in a one-on-one, just AD-wise, he actually comes out slightly ahead. But, of course, you've got to factor in the fact that Yasuo has his shield and everything else. So, it's still going to be very difficult for him. Also, the fact that Yasuo is actually 6, whereas Talon is still only 5. And did not manage to go ahead and pop that shield quite yet. It's going to happen, though. It's going to happen, eventually. And these guys are actually just grabbing up the blue buff again. So that is going to be a no blue buff for Insoy. A little unfortunate for him. Yeah, he's coming back to lane. He knows he's not going to get blue buff, as he just saw that it was taken. He's just trying to play defensive right now, which is pretty much exactly what you need to do. If your enemy already has this many kills, there's no way you're going to be able to burst him out yet. You've just got to play defensive, try to do your best, try to CS, and of course, Yasuo is being a jerk about it, as he should. And wind-walling the Talon Q to make sure that Talon does not get that CS. But Talon's actually going to go ahead and roam here. He knows he can't fight Yasuo. He knows he's too weak for that. But he sees Lee Sin up here. Lee Sin's running this way. He's going to run right into a rumble. He's going to jump over that wall, but Talon is here. He's going to go ahead and use that ult, and that ignite popped up. The shield is there. It is going to be a dead Lee Sin. Just kidding. He's going to escape with 8 health. So probably around 5 health because of regen. A little unfortunate there for you, Insoy. That was ridiculously close. And now he's going to be forced to go back. He did not get the kill out of that. And I have a feeling he's probably going to lose his tower because of it. Yasuo's probably going to be able to get that. And then he'll be able to go back and get him something good. Oh, never mind. Jarvan's here to save the day. No tower death yet. Soon. Soon. And Insoy's going to be coming back to lane with another longsword. So that's a little bit more attack damage. Yasuo, interestingly, has not gone back. So that is definitely good news for Talon, because he keeps ending up going back and scaling every time he goes back. Yasuo, on the other hand, has been sticking around this lane because he's like, well, I have plenty of health. So he's currently sitting on 1,500 gold that, you know, would normally be dedicated to items. But in this case, he doesn't have those items. So that's actually setting him somewhat behind where he should be. Of course, the moment he goes back, finally, he's going to be a whole lot more powerful. But until then, he's slowly losing the lead he has against Insoy here. There's the silence there. Misses his W, though. Out comes his ultimate, and he's trying to lead Yasuo over to Jarvan. Jarvan gets popped up there by the Yasuo, though. And it looks like Yasuo is going to go ahead and head back now. Talon forced to go back again, or just choosing to go back. He's currently sitting with 385 gold, so there's really... yeah, there's nothing he can buy. Oh, another long sword, but nothing big he could buy, I should have said. And now he's going to go ahead and head back to lane. Like I said, he's just trying to outscale Yasuo in little bits and pieces. He knows that Yasuo is not going back, which, not a good thing for Yasuo. It's really kind of surprising to me that he's choosing to go ahead and do this and just kind of hang around. And now in comes Talon, lands the silence there, the slow as well. Yasuo is trying his best, but unfortunately wind walls the wrong direction. There goes the flash there from Rumble, and Morgana is mostly zoned there. Insoy does get hit, but he's going to be able to finish her off. Down she goes to the Rumble. In comes Lee Sin to clean this up, though. And now, of course, Lee Sin is going to be able to get out of this. He got a double kill out of it as well, but Insoy got a couple kills, so that's definitely a good thing for him. Nope, no go for you, Blitzcrank. Good try, good try. And he's down to 22 gold as he just bought boots. And, of course, in the meantime, down in the bot lane came up here to go ahead and go in on this tower. They're not going to be able to finish it off yet. It's definitely too high for that, as Insoy has been getting zoned like mad. But it is going to go ahead and take some damage, and Caitlyn will hopefully be able to just kind of shove this up a bit so it goes to the tower and resets before Insoy gets here. That is definitely a good thing if it can go ahead and reset, because then it will get back to that mid lane, and Insoy will be in a little bit safer position as he does not have a tower there. He's headed bot, interestingly. Blitzcrank and Jarvan were able to go ahead and get the Lucian. He was down there to help if need be, and in the meantime, red team is actually going for Dragon. I can't see the blue team able to stop this. They're going to try, though. Caitlyn gets kicked there by the Lee Sin and popped up by Yasuo. In comes Insoy now. The ultimate there from Jarvan, keeping them here. Looks like Lee Sin will be able to get out, but Talon does get a kill there onto the Morgana, which is a good thing. And actually, only Caitlyn has died so far. And that told the blue team it's time to go ahead and go for this dragon. They know that the enemy jungler is ridiculously low. The only one who can be here is the Yasuo. And of course, he's not going to be able to steal the dragon by himself. If Lee Sin goes for this, he's going to die. He may end up dying anyway. They're getting dragon pretty low. In comes the Yasuo. And there we go. Talon's going for the Lee Sin. Doesn't manage to finish him off there, but he does have the ignite on him, so it does end up going down. There is shutdown gold to Insoy, which is great news for him. And these guys just need to get out of it. I believe the tower went to the blue team. Yes, it did go to the blue team, so that is even more gold there for Insoy. And that's definitely going to be a great thing for him. He goes back. He's got 1,100 gold now. And we're probably going to see him... my guess would be finish this off. Oh no, he goes in and goes for the Tiamat. That's right. That's what he almost always goes for. That attack damage plus the splash damage from Tiamat is really nice. As well as the auto attack. I think it auto attack resets. I'm not sure, because I've heard conflicting things. I've heard some people say that it does auto attack reset, and then other people say that it doesn't. In my own experiences with Talon, I didn't play enough to really notice. I used it as an auto attack reset. I just didn't notice if it actually did it. So I just assumed it was doing it and just kind of went on my way. And then after doing so is when I finally figured out, hey, or finally read that, yeah, it doesn't work like that. So I don't know if it does or not. Some people say it does, some people say it doesn't, and I just don't know. But he is actually back to mid lane again, just farming it up here, pushing in the lane a little bit accidentally. Doesn't really have a choice in the matter thanks to Tiamat there. But he didn't push it too much, only shoved one minion, and of course Yasuo came in and went and shoved it like crazy. Down went the Lucian again to Blitzcrank, which is actually good for their team. Blue team's getting, and trying to keep this, close up the gap, I should say. They're trying to close up the gap here, and it's slowly closing. Looks like Yasuo's going to go ahead and roam bottom. And that may give the blue team the opportunity to go and go for this tower, or they may choose to roam down bottom as well. They know Yasuo is on his way down there, and they are indeed following this. Blitzcrank gonna go down, I believe. Yeah, he does end up going down here. And in comes a teleport from Rumble, so they're actually going for this. Talon goes in, is able to go ahead and get a lot of damage onto Morgana. The ultimate finishes her off. The wind wall was not enough to stop that. I think even if it had been, she still would have gone down, but only to somebody else instead. And now Talon's gonna go ahead and grab this pink ward while he's here, and then head back to mid lane. Lots of pings down here. They're going in on these guys. And I'm not sure who's going to come out of this head. I think it's actually going to be good for the red team. In goes the Jarvan, though. He lands his ultimate. They are trapped. The heal comes out. Lee Sin is so close to dead. Not going to die, though. Talon, though, was able to go ahead. And with Caitlyn's... Actually, Caitlyn technically got the kill. With Caitlyn, they went ahead and took down the Yasuo. In comes the Karma, lands the stun onto Insoy. Insoy's trying to get out, but he did not manage to escape this. So that is another death for him. He is currently 2-5-4. Not having such a good time here. And... Hopefully for him, he'll be able to change this around later. He did go and grab his Mobies now, which is a pretty big break point there, because he likes roaming. Every time I see Talon, every time I see Insoy play Talon, he loves to roam. And we actually saw that multiple times already. He's already roamed top once and bot twice. Having those Mobies makes him able to do that a whole lot faster and without having to worry about missing quite so much CS. So he's definitely having a better time of it now, and hopefully he will actually be able to go ahead and start roaming and pulling this back into his world, you know? Was not able to get ahead of Yasuo in lane, but in the late game, he actually may be able to. We'll have to see. He's just going around picking stuff up here, making sure they don't have wards, and that, of course, is so that he can do the roam that I was just talking about. He pinks up the river because he knows that he doesn't want them to be able to see him if he comes. Because, of course, then they'll just go ahead and peace out. So he goes ahead and plants that pink ward there, making sure that they don't have wards. So he knows there is a safe roaming path to get to the top lane. And he may end up going there fairly soon. I would not at all be surprised. But for now, he's just kind of hanging around mid as Rumble is here as well to go ahead and just keep them from shoving this up too far. There we go. Now, we may be seeing the roam, or he may be going for wolves. I'm not sure. Looks like it will be a roam. Karma's already backing off, though, so it's not going to end up happening. Morgana, unfortunately, found his pink, but he's going to go ahead and take her down. He dodges her root there, but, of course, he was scared off by the fact that so many of them were there. Caitlyn was able to take down the green ward thanks to that pink ward from Talon, and down goes the Morgana. It goes down to Talon, actually. Karma's getting really low here. She's going to go down to the Blitzcrank, and Talon's just continuing to chase down the Yasuo. Down goes Yasuo to Insoy, and that is definitely good news for them, as they are all here mid. They're going to be able to shove this up and take this tower. Somebody has to go down and stop Lucian, and it looks like that somebody may be Insoy. Jarvan is there as well. But in the meantime, of course, Caitlyn is really good at shoving down towers. They'll be able to get this tower, I think. Yeah, it's going to go down. Lucian did manage to go and get their tower as well. Ooh, nice pop-up there from Lee Sin. Not going to matter, though. And he actually may end up going down because he got hit by the stun there from Rumble. Nope, he's going to live that. And these guys are going to go ahead and grab this pink ward here. I'm not sure what it's doing there. It's kind of strange. And in the meantime, Talon's just down here shoving this up. Currently at 81 CS, so he really wants to close that gap, because that is a huge gap between them. He finally finished his Brutalizer as well as the Avarice Blade, which of course is going to be good, you know, for farming. And that's going to benefit quite a bit there. And, of course, it builds into a really strong item later. And that of course, is what he's doing that for. Nice flash from Blitzcrank. Not going to end up happening. But Insoy is going for this Talon. I don't know if he's going to be able to take it down by himself. We do see him go ahead and use the auto-attack reset there from his Q. And I think he will be able to finish it off. Had it not been for... Had Lee Sin come down here, he actually wouldn't have been able to. But Lee Sin decided to go ahead and go back to the white. So that tower goes down, and that is free gold for the blue team there. And, of course, extra gold for Insoy, who's now seemingly roaming mid, or checking out the blue buff here. I'm not sure what he's doing. He might be searching for Lee Sin, actually. Blue buff just came up there, and he's actually going to go ahead and head mid to go ahead and take these guys down. He's flanking them there. There comes out that thing, and in he goes. Does land the... Oh, misses the slow onto Lucian, but he's going for Morgana and Karma. Gets the binding there from Morgana, so he's not going to be able to finish her off. And, of course, now he's just got to sit back here for a little bit until he can get some health back, because he's a little bit low. Blitzcrank was able to finish off Morgana. In goes the Lee Sin onto Blitzcrank, though. And Karma was able to kill the Rumble, but that means the Caitlyn's going to get the kill there. Now Blitzcrank's trying his best to get out. He is actually going to go down, though. And, of course, Talon forced to fall back. Didn't die this time, though, so that's definitely a good sign for him. And now he's got his Youmuu's Ghost Blade. I always want to say Youmuuu. Probably because of Mumu. But yeah, he's got Youmuu's Ghost Blade, and that really helps him to assassinate people. It also helps him with towers, and usually though you'll see him go ahead and prime it as he goes in towards them. Once if he goes in with stealth, he'll go ahead and stealth, start walking to them, prime his Youmuu's Ghost Blade, and then jump to them. And then of course he's just able to just destroy them because of that extra attack speed, as well as the movement speed, of course, because that allows him to get in there a little bit quicker to go ahead and get that assassination off, and then hopefully get the heck out without dying. So he's going to go ahead and continue on with the shoving here, shoving top lane now, just trying to keep the waves from shoving towards him. He sees a lot of bad stuff happening with his team, but they're not doing too terribly, but definitely, probably a little bit worried here. But he's going to go ahead and shove this. He wants to get this tower, get a little bit more global gold, and he knows that, objectives win games. If you can get towers, you're going to be a whole lot better off. Karma came here to stop him, and he's going to go ahead and fall back here because he's got a decent amount of gold. And by that, I mean 600 gold. But of course, they were able to go ahead and get another tower mid lane, so I don't know that it was really worth that because of the fact that his enemies did actually get a tower and he did not. It's definitely not a good sign for him. He's going to go ahead and come out mid now. They're going to grab the red buff from this team. Blue team is definitely back on their feet. They're not having a good time of it all. They're having a really difficult time this game. And it's really showing by how much control the red team has here. Lucian able to go ahead and finish off the Jarvan there. And now in comes Insoy. He's unfortunately stepped on a... Oh, got hit by a Q there from the Lee Sin. Ooh. Going for Yasuo. I think Yasuo's finally going to die. He does end up going down to Insoy. In comes the culling from Lucian. Didn't actually do anything at all. And Insoy goes ahead and backs off here. Pull from Blitzcrank. Does not end up hitting. And he's just going to go ahead and continue shoving this up. And he's going to head back again. I've noticed he goes back a lot. If he's got money for an item, he goes back right then. And there we go. He just got a pickaxe. And he's also got the cloak, of course. So he's got the increased crit. I'm not sure exactly what he's building. He might be going for a Last Whisper with this item, though. Because, of course, that is a huge item for ADCs and, of course, AD Assassins. Because it just allows you to do so much more damage. So my guess is that is what he's going for. Gonna go ahead and grab that Last Whisper to go ahead and do even more damage to these guys. Just shred their armor and make it so they don't resist him nearly as much. He's got the sweeper, but of course it's on cooldown for quite some time. Walks over a ward, and I'm not sure what he's doing right now. Headed mid. Fell back. Saw the Lucian tornado coming at him and decided to back off there. Now it looks like he's headed top again to go ahead and shove this back, as Karma did go ahead and shove it towards them. It's going to be a little bit more CS for him, which is great. I love that about him. Being able to just farm up with the W there, just instantly farm an entire wave. It's pretty nice. Definitely pretty nice. Alright. Nope, no grab for you. There we go. There's the prime from Talon, and he's going for it. There we go. Instantly goes for that Morgana. She gets really low there. Didn't end up finishing her off, though, and he goes ahead and backs off because his abilities are on cooldown. There we go. Gonna be able to finish off the Morgana and the Lee Sin. Lee Sin actually went to Insoy, and a lot of that was because of that. You know, you saw it, like I said, he primes his Youmuu's to go ahead and get that increased damage as soon as he goes in. He can just go ahead and just punch, punch, punch really fast, and does a lot of damage that way. And that's exactly what we saw there. And now he's going to go ahead and go in, finish off the Karma with Jarvan. Jarvan actually got the kill. And now Lucian's got to be very careful. Yasuo's coming in from behind, though. And these guys are all pretty elite, pretty low. So they've got to watch out as well. Jarvan and Talon headed up. Caitlyn headed down. And she's going to jump over this wall. And actually end up dying here. Oh, nice flash. Just kidding. She's not going to die. That was actually a pretty good setup by her because she just got his flash. And he didn't even get a kill out of it. So nicely played. Nicely played. And did he end up getting anything? He's got 168 gold. He actually got a BF sword. So I'm not sure what he's going to build that into. He might get an IE because it did just get changed so that it gives the 80 attack damage, which is nice. And of course it also gives the crit. So given the fact that he does have the Cloak of Agility, I actually think that might be the case here. He might be going for that. There we go. There's that Youmuu's Ghost Blade again, giving them that increased movement speed to go ahead and get in range and finish off Lucian with his ulti there. Lee Sin's getting really low here now as well. Insoy's trying to get out, but he's going to end up going down. He got hit by the binding there by Morgana, so he was not able to do too much at all. Lee Sin does end up going down. Assist goes to Talon, and now Rumble's trying his best to get out, but he gets hit by Dark Binding as well. He's going to go down. And I don't believe that Insoy has enough money to buy anything yet. No, not quite yet. He's got 850 gold, which is not enough to complete Infinity Edge, if that is indeed what he's going for, which I definitely believe it is. Almost certain, but not 100%. But yeah, this is after the changes to the AD items. So, you know, all the AD items give 80 attack damage, and then, of course, they have their normal passives. Bloodthirster has been nerfed a little bit, and Blade of the Ruined King has been nerfed. So a lot of times you'll see them going for the Infinity Edge first. And yeah, we do actually see the Infinity Edge coming out from Talon here. And I don't think he used to build that. I think this is something new now that it gives that 80 attack damage. I don't remember what it used to give. Might also be slightly cheaper, but I'm not 100% certain about that one. Looks like he's thinking about assassinating. Yeah, there we go. He primes that Youmuu's again, but he's not able to go in as Yasuo did go ahead and back off. Had Yasuo continued going on, which Talon predicted he would, had he continued on, he actually probably would be dead now. But unfortunately, he had decided to go ahead and back off as he had the money to go ahead and buy something. Red team just got Dragon, which is definitely not good for blue team. There we go. Another longsword coming out here from Talon. And he's going to go ahead and head up mid here, as there seems to be a team fight getting ready to break out here. Not completely sure, but these guys really have to back off. There we go. They're going for Blitzcrank, but of course that has baited them into some very unpleasant things. Lucian's trying to kite back. Lee Sin does manage to go ahead and finish off the Blitzcrank, but that's probably not the best thing. Talon, in the meantime, is actually chasing Lucian here. Primes that Youmuu's again, and yeah, down goes Karma in about half a second. He's now going for Morgana. Dodges the Dark Binding. She uses her ultimate. Out comes her Zhonya's as well. He gets stunned, but he's going to be able to finish her off here. There we go. Silence, and they do manage to go ahead and get him. Slows down the Yasuo as well, so he can go ahead and run, because he knows he's a bit weak here. Caitlyn is also a bit weak, but the fact that there are 3 of them, and one of them is Talon. Oh, he's going to go for this. Lands that, and in goes the Jarvan to go ahead and help. And the Caitlyn, of course, helps as well. Kill actually goes to Talon. I believe it was based on his dot from his Q. He might have used... No, he used Ignite. Okay, so he got the kill with Ignite there. Nicely played by him. I don't think Yasuo was exactly expecting that, because he's pretty darn fed. But at the same time, we look at a Talon now. Insoy currently is 9-6-10 versus the 6-6-10. So he's actually surpassed Yasuo. He's still behind in CS, but he's 3 kills up. So if we look at the total gold, he's actually ahead now. So for the beginning of this game, he spent pretty much the whole thing behind. And all of a sudden, he's actually ahead on gold now. And he actually might be able to go ahead and finish off Yasuo by himself. But at the same time, Yasuo is really good at killing people, so maybe not so much. There we go. There's that Youmuu's again, getting him that extra attack speed. And yeah, Morgana didn't stand a chance there. She went down. Down goes that pink ward. They're going to get the other pink ward as well. Indeed they are. What? But, okay. Apparently they're not going to get the pink ward. They're going to go ahead and let that stay. Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know why. That was pretty strange. I guess they thought the other was going to get it, and they just kind of walked off. I don't know. Anyway, that's going to go ahead and remain there. And Talon's just kind of chilling out here to go ahead and shove the wave back when he gets here, because he does have the decent wave clear. And, of course, if these guys extend too far forward, he would not mind killing them, I would say. Wouldn't mind it at all. There we go. Here comes that nasty wave clear he's got. Yeah, just instantly goes through the entire wave. Talon's really good about that. He's got the blue buff. He can go ahead and spam the heck out of his spells here. And he's just going to go ahead and continue shoving this forward. They see the enemy team on their pink ward, so they know that they're all here. And they may actually decide to go for a team fight here. I think they might, because Lucian is top. No. Looks like Talon's going to go ahead and shove this wave up, so it is shoving towards the red team. And there we go. In comes that team fight. We'll probably see him use his Youmuu's. There it is. And he's going in now. Nice dodge of the Dark Binding there. And out comes his ultimate. And he actually Caitlyn got a kill there onto the Karma. Blitzcrank's able to go ahead and finish off the Yasuo, which is a huge part of their damage. Insoy's working his way around to go back in. Lands the silence there onto Yasuo. Down goes the Morgana. And, of course, Talon's just going for Lucian, not Yasuo. And Lucian's going to end up going down here. Yep, down he goes. That is an ace. Is able to go ahead and finish off Blitzcrank before he dies. But that was a 2 for 5. Not so good there for the red team. And Insoy's still alive. And he's got a lot of pushing power with that Youmuu's. So he's able to shove this up. And he may be able to do a decent amount of damage to the tower. Looks like he's going to go ahead and fall back, though. Decided not to go for it. He's got 1,600 gold, and we're definitely going to see something. Probably that last whisper that I was talking about earlier. There we go. There's the last whisper. Alright, so he's got the last whisper, getting pretty close to being fully built here. One thing he does want to do is go ahead and turn that into the Ravenous Hydra, and gets him a little bit more damage, as well as the lifesteal, which is a good thing. I mean, Talon's not really so much of a sustain guy, so the lifesteal, of course, doesn't benefit him that much, honestly. It helps, but it's not nearly as important as just pure damage, because he's got to assassinate people. That's what Talon does. He's going off clearing these wards here. Yeah, that's what Talon does. He goes off and assassinates people. If you're having to stand there auto-attacking for long periods of time, you're probably not doing Talon right. Probably not. There we go. These guys are just shoving this up here. And the wave is coming. Nice dodge of the Dark Binding here. And there we go. They are going for this tower now. Uses his Q to go ahead and get that auto attack reset. There we go. Talon and everybody goes in onto Yasuo here. Down goes Yasuo. Lee Sin going down as well. And that was definitely a pretty unwise move there of the Yasuo. Don't know why he decided to go in on that, but he ended up paying the price for it. And that means that the blue team's going to go ahead and head over here to go for Baron. Blitzcrank's just kind of running around like a madman. Imagine they're going to see this pink ward. They are, yes. They're going to take it out this time. They did finally take a pink ward out. This one, still chilling there. But they're going to go for the Baron here. And, of course, the red team's jungler is nowhere to be seen. Nice. She still gets hit by the Dark Binding, but it doesn't matter because she did not get hit on the Tormented Soil. Nice trap there. Means that they get vision of Lucian. But, of course, he's not able to do anything anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But the red team is going for Dragon down there, which is, of course, a lot of gold. Actually, no, they're not going for Dragon. They pinged it, but they decided not to go for it. Blue team's going for this tower. Gonna get them a little bit more global gold and possibly shove to another tower, as they know that the red team is actually pretty well separated. We see Jarvan headed up here as well. Lots of help us pings here from the red team. There we go. Out comes that Youmuu's there from Insoy. And decided not to go for a kill. Gonna be able to finish off that tower, however. And if the red team doesn't regroup at this tower pretty soon, they're gonna lose it. But no, they are indeed regrouping now. And the blue team's gonna go ahead and back off. They were able to force Lucian to stop farming, which is definitely a good thing for them. Because you never want your enemy to go ahead and farm. If you can deny him that, then you're gonna have a good time. Still nobody went for the dragon down there. It looks like the red team is on their way down. A couple pings there, and Yasuo says, hey, let's do this. And the rest of the red team says, okay, let's do this. Looks like they're gonna go for it. And let's see, did he go ahead and buy anything? He did go ahead and buy a Brutalizer here. So, he already put a Brutalizer into Youmuu's, of course. So, my guess, of course, would be a Black Cleaver will be coming up soonish. As soon as he's got the money for it. Because that's about the only other thing that... Actually, that is the only other thing that Brutalizer builds into. So, we'll be seeing that fairly quickly here, I think. As soon as he's got the gold. He's currently sitting at 894. So, shouldn't be too much longer, I believe. I think it's... I don't remember what it is from Brutalizer. It was like 1800 or something, I think. I could be wrong, though. I never remember, because it's just, you know, I look when I need it, and that's how much I need. So, anyway. So they are shoving here mid. Was that a Youmuu's? That was not a Youmuu's. I thought I heard the Youmuu's sound, but I did not. And he's just kind of chilling out here mid. Red buff is up, and somebody on the red team, or the blue team, is headed that way. Or was headed that way. Blitzcrank gets hit by Dark Binding. In goes the Lee Sin, way too far out. And in goes the Jarvan to go ahead and finish him off there. Out comes the equalizer there from Rumble. And Talon goes in, lands the silence on Lucian. Lands the slow, but he's gonna go down there. That is shutdown gold to Lucian. Not so good there. A little bit too far in. And the rest of his team was not there to help him either. So that didn't help at all. But Caitlyn's going to be able to finish off the Morgana. Rumble's going for the Rumble, for the Lucian. Down goes the Lucian to Caitlyn, actually. And, of course, the only one left up is the Karma. So they're going to be able to get this tower, and there's nothing the Karma could do about it. Next person comes up in 20 seconds, approximately. So they may actually be able to finish the game off of this. I don't think so. I think they're going to be able to get a tower. But I don't think they'll be able to finish the game quite yet. It's only 10 seconds. They're going to be able to get it. They'll get this tower for sure. Oh, nice flash there. Not going to go down. Down goes the tower. And yeah, we see the back pings. They are not going to be able to finish this off quite yet, although they're getting there pretty soon. Stun comes out. Rumble's going to go down. That's going to delay the game by a little bit. And Talon's about to come up. My guess is we'll probably see him go top. Yep. Yeah, there's a huge wave top. He's actually got 85 gold. So yeah, he just bought the Black Cleaver. There we go. Thanks to those two towers, they were able to get him enough gold to go ahead and buy that Black Cleaver. And now he's got a lot of farm here. Instantly destroys the entire wave. And probably going to shove up a little bit more to go ahead. Just kidding. Just kidding. He's not shoving up. He's going to go for blue. After the blue, he might go ahead and shove that back again. But there's no way that they can shove a lane together because of the fact that, of course, Rumble's dead. So as long as Rumble's dead, you don't want to go shoving lanes as a team. So he will go ahead and shove this up, and he'll probably go ahead and do some damage to the next team. Otherwise, it'll continue pushing towards him. Looks like not. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yeah, he is going to go ahead and go for this. From what I understand, if you take out these guys, then that's how you create the super wave. Just take out the casters, because the melee guys don't do a whole lot of damage, but they take a whole lot of damage. So it really shoves the lane towards, because they go ahead and tank it until the next wave gets there. And then you've got a big wave, and it just grows from there. But if you want to just go ahead and shove fast, of course, that's not quite the way to do it. Sat there on the ward for a couple seconds. Just gotta watch out, but of course, the entire blue team is coming up here to help. Nice Dark Binding from Morgana. I mean, she's gonna get out of this with no problem. And Insoy goes ahead, uses that Yomu's, and down goes the Karma in about half a second there. Goes in. Caitlyn gets the kill onto Morgana. He wasn't even able to get any damage off on her. Down goes the Yasuo to Caitlyn as well. And Talon just says, hey, let's go ahead and shove this. Actually, the rest of his team says, let's finish. He's shoving top. They'll go ahead and shove down here. Lee Sin trying his best to get out. It looks like he will for now. Out comes the teleport there from Rumble. And they are going for this now. Talon was able to go ahead and clean up that wave again. Take down this tower. Equalizer. Dancing-ish. Jarvan. Gonna go for that, but it doesn't even matter. They're going for the Nexus, and that's gonna be GG. He says, fine, we'll get this. Very nice, very nice. And they're all arrayed in nice little battle positions. So, alright, that is going to be the end of this video. Again, if you have anybody you want to see, please let me know. Next video will probably be a full-on Shoutcast. I'm going to try to vary it up again, like I mentioned a couple videos ago. But I'm still open for more people, more requests for solo Shoutcast, because I'm more than happy to go ahead and do those. I kind of enjoy them as well. I prefer not junglers, but if you do want to see a jungler, I will go ahead and do it. It will likely not be quite as interesting because there's not as many in-lane plays, you know. So anyway, that's going to be the end of this game. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good night. Bye.